hey there. You caught me just fixing up the monitor a little bit. Welcome to our live YouTube show today, everybody. I'm Rob Booker. Happy to be with you. Nate's here in the background running the camera. I'm glad you're all here today watching the recording or watching the live video. Now, we've done a bunch of these contest giveaways on Facebook and asked for your comments, and it's been really a huge success, and there's tons of people getting on the early bird list for the brand new class. But we haven't been on YouTube Live in a while. So today we thought we'd do that. And we would also congratulate Tom Grow. Thomas, you're the winner of yesterday's contest for the iPad. So, Thomas, we will reach out to you on Facebook in the comments, or you could message me on Facebook at Rob Booker Trader, and we'll ship one of those iPads out to you. Just let me know if you want rose gold or not. Okay, we got another one to give away. Stay tuned. Stay here. We want you to win something. All right, so leave a comment here in YouTube, right, Nate? They can do that, right? They can tell us where they're from. They can say hello. We're super glad that you're here. Just leave a comment. Say hello. Say, hey, Rob, I'm watching this from Yuma, Arizona, or Tuba City. Is that a place? Yuba City? There's a city like that somewhere. And let me know how you're doing. Let me know if the weather's warmer where you are. If you're in Hawaii, that'd be great. I would love to be in Hawaii right now. We have been talking the last few days about one simple strategy, meaning doing maybe one thing differently that makes all the difference. For example, the 80-20 rule, where the majority of our rewards come from a minority of our the good stuff that comes in our life comes from small, singular, easy to at least think about changes or tweaks or adjustments. I think this is a really big deal because today, for the first time in quite a while, I went full on back into ghost pivot trading for myself, and it was easier, it was faster, it was simpler, it was more profitable more quickly. I was done earlier in the day, and then I went to breakfast and had oatmeal, which was healthy. It was great. And today I want to continue that conversation. I want to have a 3-slide conversation that I think could make a significant difference in your life and in your trading over the course of the next few years. So let's imagine that 3 years from now, you and I are sitting here in front of the giant monitor, which I guess 3 years from now will just be a hologram, right, Nate? We're probably, or virtual reality, we'll be sitting here with the ghost of Abraham Lincoln, and we'll be reminiscing about the past. But imagine that we're 3 years from now. You've been through the Ghost Pivots course, and you've been one of those 100 people, and we've been working together for, let's just say, 3 years. 3 years from now, imagine us sitting down here in my office together and reviewing your life, concentrating just on your life and what's been going on in the last 3 years. What would it take for you to say about the last 3 years? Triple wow. Wow 3 times. What would have had to happen in your life over the last 3 years for you to stop and say, holy crap, that was the greatest 3 years of my life ever? Now, what would it take? So let's think about it for a minute. You don't have to actually comment below on that, but spend some time today thinking about it. Start with your personal life. So what kind of changes would have to have happened in 3 years for your personal life just to be absolutely outrageously good? For you to say, triple wow, Rob, that was just an incredible 3 years in my personal life. What changes would have to have happened? And then second of all, think about financially. What kind of financial things would have happened in the last 3 years for you to say, triple wow, 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 wow? And I'm going to add to that, what would have had to happen in your trading life? Would your trading have been more consistent than ever, more profitable than ever, more enjoyable than ever? Now think about it for your health also. What would it take for you to say, oh my gosh, I have this 12-pack right here. Is that even possible, Nate? A 12-pack?
That'd be pretty freaky.
Is there a doctor in the house inside of YouTube here? Is a 12 pack? So you want to have a 12 pack. So I've been working through these questions in the last few days. My friend Marcus brought this question up, and he said, "Hey, there's this question that the business coach Dan Sullivan asks, and this is the question right here. What would it take 3 years from now for you to look back on the time that you've had these last 3 years and just say, holy fudge muffin, that was the best year ever?" And the reason that we talk about this is that these types of questions have the potential to focus our efforts and to change our viewpoint about everything. For example, if I decide that 3 years from now, the really big change will have been that I started a brand new, I don't know, I love running Facebook ads, for example. So let's say that if I look back 3 years from now and I said, oh my gosh, it would be amazing to have built a Facebook advertising agency. That doesn't actually sound very interesting now that I said it out loud, so forget it. What if, anyway, I'm going to think about this while we're here. I'm thinking about my business life. So what I think, if I looked back on my business life and I was working on the marketing of my business less and focusing more on video content like this for you, and let's say that I was able to change the lives, help change the lives of 100 of you dramatically, that we had a group of 100, and I could look back on those 3 years and say, out of those 100, every single member of that group is making at least, let's say, $4,000 a month. So if I could look back and say 100 people are making at least $4,000 a month, that means total it's $400,000 a month in revenue or money that didn't exist before. That would be I would look back on that and say that's a spectacular success. Like, that is a outrageously huge success. What about in my personal life? So 3 years from now, my son Isaac will be 16. My daughter will be 13, my daughter Olivia. My son Drake will be 11, and my daughter Allie will be 7 and a half. I think if I looked back over those 3 years and I could say, wow, each one of them would have gotten a job and moved out of the house. No. Each one of them would, it's hard to quantify this, but I want to be able to quantify it. So I'll be thinking over the next 24 hours or so, together with my wife, of course. Would probably be a good idea to include Nikki in this conversation. But what would it take for them to be more independent and more sure of themselves? That would be a really big accomplishment. But I got to quantify that better. I got to make that bigger and brighter and more astounding. All right, so I'm going to take a drink of water. Nate, any cool comments come in so far?
Well, we did have some who's from here.
Right on. We got to do does anybody here think that we should, okay, if I looked back on this, all right, I got one. 3 years from now, if I was able to spend a month out of the year with my family in Hawaii, working, and then as part of that event, that month in Hawaii, the 100, those people, that 100 that I talked about, were able to come in for like a weekend or a 3-day event. If I was able to make that happen, that would be ridiculously awesome. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. All right, Nate, that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? That sounds...
We're putting our to-do list for tomorrow.
Yeah, that really motivates me, and it focuses my efforts. So instead of just, sort of eating my oatmeal and going through the motions and pressing the buttons on my computer, instead of just sort of my blah routine, that would be it. So I know my friend Andrew Palladino, I don't know if you're watching, Andrew, because you're at work, but I know that one thing that would make a big difference for you is if you looked back on the last 3 years and you had reduced your hours at your regular job or eliminated those hours and fully replaced that with cool programming income and awesome trading income. Or maybe you're from the Midwest in the United States and what you want to do is spend the winter months of the year in someplace warmer. Maybe you're from the surface of the sun in Arizona and you want to spend the summer months somewhere cooler, like anywhere on planet Earth. And that would make a big, significant difference in your life. I mean, how would it change your life if 3 years from now you looked back and I know that I'm launching a class, and so this is a very self-serving comment, but what if you looked back and you said you have 100 friends from around the world that are your closest trading friends in the whole world, like a tight-knit super group? That would be pretty cool. Anyway, I've been thinking a lot about this lately. As you know, the brand new class is at ghostpivots.com. Now, it's definitely launching on Tuesday. That's the date we go live. The MetaTrader indicator is done. The dashboard is coming soon. The NinjaTrader Thinkorswim, and TradeStation indicator and dashboard radar screens are very close to being done, and we don't want to launch the class until they're either all the way done or so close that it doesn't matter. And you can get on the early bird list now. We have 1,344 people on that early bird list, and we are going to take 100. And Nate told me yesterday, he said, Rob, I'm not going to work with you if that's just some kind of lame, not really true number. So we're going to stick to 100, and Nate's going to shut it off. I mean, because I would love to have 200. That'd be great. But we're going to cap it at 100. I want to be totally upfront with you. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be like $1. So, you know, it's not going to be $1 million. It's not going to be $1,000 either. All right, we're not going to be ridiculous. But we want to change some lives here, and we want to make a big difference. And we want to give. You know me. I'm trying to give away another iPad today. So somebody watching on YouTube right now, or someone watching the recording over the next 24 hours, leave us a comment and say, what can they say that relates to the Ghost Pivots course? You can name your favorite Scooby-Doo character. You could name your favorite ghost. You could name your favorite scary movie.
I was going to say scary movie.
You could any of those things, because that's all kind of ghost related. And we'll pick one winner today, and we will send you an iPad. We're shipping those out from Amazon, so, you know, unless you live overseas. Let me know if you live overseas and you just want the money, and then you can go buy the iPad. If you live overseas and you win, we'll just send you the money via PayPal, because I don't know if there's all kinds of customs charges if we send you one of those directly. But if you live in the United States, then game on. It doesn't really matter. This is the conclusion, I think, of these short videos about changing our lives for the better, teaming up together to make a difference. And you know, one other thing about that group of 100, Nate, it would be really cool if we were all going to go someplace and do some kind of giant, like, service project of some kind, help people in need. If I looked back over the last 3 years, that would be also pretty awesome. Anyway, it's been great doing these videos together. I love spending time with you. It's the best part of my day. And so leave a comment. Let us know your favorite Scooby-Doo character, your favorite ghost from cartoons, your favorite scary movie. Let me know you're totally interested in the brand new class and being one of the 100. That would probably increase your chances of winning, although it is completely random. And we're still waiting I got the big prize in front of me here. We're not going to show it. That big prize is coming on Tuesday when we launch this whole class, something much bigger. And I think over the next few days, we may even give another one of these iPads away after we give the one away today. So stay tuned, stay on the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. Like this video. That would be really great. That would probably increase your chances of winning. Send good vibes out into the universe. Do something nice for somebody today. Forgive somebody that made you upset. You know, all that kind of good stuff. It all comes back around. Love you all. Have the best day ever, and we'll see you tomorrow.